Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Sportscaster Dan Podcast. I am Dan Lavallo, and this is a YouTube-only version today, not sending this out as just a podcast audio. This will be just a YouTube exclusive, if you will, and it has to do with the Athletics and how they are one step closer to moving to Las Vegas. Now, I know there are certain entities on the internet that continue to hope against hope that the Athletics are going to stay in Oakland. I mean, I'm reading all this cockamamie stuff by journalists who are award winners. It's not going to happen. Now, this story I'm about to tell you has gotten very little play, but it was on SI.com last Thursday, October the 12th. They did a story with Commissioner Rob Manfred. He was at the wild card game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. That was the divisional series. But nevertheless, he was in Philadelphia, and the SI.com caught up to him. And they talked to him about the playoffs, about the format, how some of the top-seeded teams weren't playing well because they had this 5-day rest period. That's a lot of baloney. We'll save that for another day. But then they talked to him about the Oakland Athletics situation and the potential move to Las Vegas. Because you follow these other websites and they keep and YouTube channels, and they keep talking about how, well, there's been nothing in the news. There's no word about whether this advisory committee or this relocation committee is meeting. Nothing's going on. We're not hearing anything about it. Well, here's what Commissioner Manfred said. Quote, this is in the SI story, SI.com from October the 12th. On the topic of relocation, he said the committee, and this is the relocation committee looking into the potential move of the Oakland Athletics to Las Vegas. He said the committee has been meeting weekly since August, including a 2-hour call on Thursday to discuss the A's plan to move from Oakland to Las Vegas. He said the committee will brief the executive council, and then by the end of the postseason, he will prepare a recommendation to the clubs for voting at the owners' meeting in November. Now, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think the commissioner is going to recommend? Did anybody watch the game between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday in Las Vegas? And the outside shots of the stadium and the outside shots of the city of Las Vegas, how vibrant everything looks? You don't think the commissioner wants to be part of that? You don't think the commissioner wants to get out of Oakland, which is a city certainly riddled with problems? I mean, I'm hearing these YouTube channels say, well, the Athletics are basing this move on the fact that they're going to get a lot of fans who are in Las Vegas touring, and who's going to go to a baseball game when they're out in Las Vegas? Well, first of all, there was a story in the Nevada Independent that tourism is actually contributing to a lot of these events that are taking place, just not casinos and gambling, but a lot of these events are being fueled by tourism. Tourism is up in Vegas. Second of all, baseball, like every sport, realizes that in order for it to remain relevant, betting has to be a key component. Now, many of these states permit legalized betting. But what is the capital still? Where is the capital of gambling in the United States? Las Vegas. You see the NFL there, the NHL there, the WNBA there. You could have 2 championship teams based in Las Vegas. The reigning champions now are the Vegas Golden Knights in the NHL, and you've got the WNBA Las Vegas Aces who have the chance to win the WNBA championship. It's become the city of champions. And this notion that Las Vegas is just a tourism attraction, many people are moving to Las Vegas because they like the lifestyle. Las Vegas has become a destination to live in addition to a tourist attraction. I mean, how many people these days are getting on a plane and going to Oakland? How many people these days are moving to Oakland? But people are moving to Las Vegas. And, of course, it remains a very attractive tourist destination. You don't think the commissioner wants a team in Las Vegas? You don't think the commissioner wants out of Oakland? So like I said, this story got very little play, but last week that advisory committee met for 2 hours. Repeat. The commissioner said the committee will brief the executive council. They meet on a weekly basis, including a 2-hour call on Thursday to discuss the A's plan to move from Oakland to Las Vegas. Then the commissioner is going to make a recommendation at the end of the postseason, which is just a couple of weeks away. What do you think he's going to recommend? And if the commissioner recommends that ownership ought to approve the move of the Athletics from Oakland to Las Vegas, it's going to happen. And the commissioner wants Las Vegas. And any idea that, well, the commissioner will permit John Fisher to get an expansion, he's the owner of the Athletics, to get a expansion team and let the league expand to Las Vegas and have the Athletics remain in Oakland, or for some cockamamie reason, let Fisher move the Athletics to Las Vegas, but in return, Oakland gets an expansion team. That's not going to happen. The commissioner wants out of Oakland. It's as simple as that. As I said, not many people are getting on a plane to tour Oakland these days, but they keep going to Las Vegas. And remember, Las Vegas has also become an area where people move to because they enjoy the lifestyle. And it's more than just gambling. There's a lot going on in Vegas. There's not much going on in Oakland. And I'm being kind when I say that. So don't believe all this stuff that you're seeing to drive traffic to various YouTube channels. The Athletics, the headlines are just hilarious. The Athletics are one step closer to Las Vegas. And all you had to do was read that SI.com story the other day, saying that they have calls on a regular basis, even on a regular basis, but they have calls on a regular basis, and they had a 2-hour meeting last Thursday about the A's relocating to Las Vegas. The Athletics are one step closer to Vegas, and Oakland is one step closer to not having a Major League Baseball team. Bet on it. That's going to do it for the Sportscaster Dan podcast. As always, thanks for watching. For my newsletter, just go to sportscasterdan.com. You can subscribe to the newsletter. We send it out by way of email every Tuesday morning. Enjoy.